Welcome to the Great Basin Prescribed Fire and Smoke Transport Briefing for Wednesday, February 15th. Over the last 7 to 14 days, we've seen a decrease in precipitation across the Great Basin with below normal precipitation region-wide. However, we have had some new snow showers, mainly across the north and also into parts of the Sierra and parts of northern Utah. Over the last 72 hours, the storm that moved through over the last couple of days did bring again some new snowfall to areas of the Great Basin, but certainly nothing noteworthy. However, we still have a very healthy snowpack in all of our upper elevations. Currently, our snowpack, even with the drier conditions we've seen over the last couple of weeks, is still above 150 or 200% of normal across Nevada and Utah, and then generally near normal further north across Idaho into Wyoming. The satellite loop from this morning shows that colder system that moved through over the last day or so is now over southeast Utah, so we're still getting some wraparound cloud cover and some lingering light snow showers today across Utah, but that system will continue moving eastward, and we will see a ridge of high pressure build in briefly across much of the Great Basin this week. This will provide us some gradually warming temperatures after the very cold temperatures we've seen over the last 2 days. So looking later today, again, still that wraparound moisture in eastern Utah, but otherwise drier conditions with the ridge building into the rest of the Great Basin. Transport winds will still be quite breezy on the backside of this low across southern and eastern Nevada into Utah, so we will have those gustier winds, but that will also keep the mixing heights higher and better dispersion. Relative humidity today will only be low in the far southern areas of Nevada, but certainly no concerns there. And again, good dispersion over the southern and eastern half of the Great Basin as that low exits, keeping up those transport winds. As we move into Thursday, the ridge moves over the Great Basin, so we will see inversions starting to develop, but we will see gradually warming temperatures and drier conditions. Otherwise, continued low fire potential region-wide. Transport winds will also decrease along with the mixing heights under that ridge. And the relative humidity, again, will just remain low in southern Nevada, again with no concerns. Otherwise, generally, dispersion will decrease under that ridge. As we move into Friday, we will see a weaker system clip the northern areas of the Great Basin, with possibly some clouds, maybe some light snow showers going into the weekend, but still generally drier conditions further south. This area of low pressure off the west coast will slide to the south and right now does not look to impact the Great Basin. On Friday, generally lighter winds and low mixing heights. And then the relative humidity looks very similar to Thursday. Otherwise, dispersion will remain generally poor across the Great Basin. Temperatures, again, we've seen cold temperatures the last day or so and will continue today, with highs only reaching the 20s and 30s in most areas and then the 50s or 40s down in the far south. However, we will see temperatures gradually warm under that ridge and through the weekend, and by early next week we'll actually see highs reaching the mid-50s over western areas of Nevada, even up into northern Nevada or near 50 into southwest Idaho. We'll also see temperatures creep above freezing in most areas with the exception of Wyoming, but we will see another cold system moving in after Monday next week. Morning lows have also been quite cold. The last 2 mornings we've seen lows generally in the teens or single digits or even below zero over the eastern half of the Great Basin. As temperatures warm, that will also improve going later this week into the weekend, and we will see most areas at least in the teens or 20s for lows. Forecast amounts of precipitation, the only precipitation over the next few days is really that area over eastern and southern Utah as this area of low pressure exits the Great Basin today. As we move into Saturday, this is where the next system bringing a little bit more precipitation will occur. Again, amounts still relatively light and mainly focused on Idaho, Wyoming, and even into parts of far northern Nevada or northern Utah. Dispersion will generally remain poor, not really expecting much gusty winds with the exception of central Idaho with this system. As we move into Sunday, this system quickly sweeps into the Rockies, but we have another system that will be dropping south to bring another reinforcing shot of some precipitation to the north going into Sunday. And then by Monday, this system drops into the Great Basin, so we will see those snow showers generally affecting areas across Idaho, Wyoming, northeast Nevada, and into Utah. And then on Tuesday, the system starts to exit, but we will have the next cold area of low pressure drop south going into the middle of the week. Precipitation for Saturday through Monday, generally light. However, that northern system will bring some light snow showers to Idaho and Wyoming. And then going into the Monday through Wednesday time period, as that next colder system starts to drop south, we will see precipitation increase in the north, and eventually by midweek it will push further south into Nevada and Utah. So we do see areas of at least snow showers for most areas of the Great Basin going towards the middle of next week. And then there's the 7-day total precipitation. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from February 22nd through the end of the month, still shows colder temperatures and above normal precipitation. So we'll continue to see storms move through the Great Basin, giving us opportunities for additional precipitation. And so this will allow our snowpack to either remain steady in some areas or continue to increase. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back on Monday. Actually, check back next Wednesday for the latest updates, considering next Monday is a holiday.